Welcome to Street Talk. I'm Loretta Rose. Today I am excited about my guests. I have some wonderful guests that is going to share with us the power of the Latino Festival that has taken place in September. And might I add, it is still Hispanic Heritage Month. Stay tuned. You're going to hear a lot about it. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on cable TV. Thank you again for tuning in to today's show. My very special guest, I have Christian Ortiz.
Hi, thanks for
And
having
it's a pleasure to finally meet you. And Natalie Boyette.
Yes, that's correct.
I got it right. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on Street Talk.
Thank you for having us.
I am so excited about having you all on because I wanted to be there at the festival, and might I say, I apologize, we weren't able to get out there and cover this year like we did last year. Last year was phenomenal, but this year exceeded last year's number, I heard. So for those that are watching, the Latino Festival is a huge community, Tri-City community event that take place every year, the third Saturday in September, right?
That's correct.
Wow. So help people to know how this got started, to have this huge event, because it's like one of the largest event in the community that takes place that is so diverse.
Yes, this festival is a passion project, and it started that way and it continues to be. So all of the board members, all the people that make this happen have always been volunteers. So no one's getting paid for this. No one has any special interest in this other than we love the idea of bringing people together to celebrate culture. So the festival started really about 10 years ago. We had a very well-known businessman here, Lefty Encarnacion. And he and Mimi Woodson got together with this great idea of let's throw a party. So as most Hispanics would probably attest to, we love to celebrate. We love to bring family together.
Yes.
We love to eat. We love to dance. So, you know, on the biggest scale possible is really where their minds and hearts were at.
Yes.
And getting this festival started, it was rough. It went about 1 or 2 years of just false starts and heartbreaks, and we really went through trials at the beginning. And so it was with Mimi, who was the councilwoman. It was her connections. I mean, not only with the local governments and the mayor's office that got the support we needed. There's a lot of legality that goes behind this that's really hard to navigate. And so with her know-how behind the scenes and Lefty's passion and ability to recruit and just motivate people and get them excited, I mean, both of them were a great team. They brought on other people that shared in the passion, and entertainment is always a really difficult field for us. Getting us the best artists that we can get, it takes a lot of dedication and reaching out and coordinating it. So a lot of hard work went behind it, and now we are going to go into our 8th year next year. And we're really excited about what's to come. So the idea of bringing the community together to celebrate, to eat, to fellowship, and to enjoy learning about something different, I mean, it's still in the center of this.
And embracing other cultures. That's what I love about it. And might I add, Mimi Woodson, councilwoman in Muskogee County. She was gonna be here today, but of course she had to be called to duty in other areas. And she is so, when you say passion, she is the epitome of that. I did get an opportunity to interview her last year at the 2018 Tri-City Latino Festival. And my Lord, she loved this. It's the core of her heart. not knowing the vision. It started with just wanting to have a party or celebration.
It's the block party.
Just a block party. And now, how many did you have this year? About how many?
Celebrations total? What would you say, about 4?
So we extended the celebration. We actually had more than one party, but the festival itself, and we went from about 3,000 people in that inaugural year to we probably saw over 10,000 people this year.
Wow.
We're going to go ahead and estimate at 10,000 just to be in the clear, but from the 30 minutes before the gates even opened, people were just everywhere.
Yeah, you all say 10,000 to be safe, but there's a word out there. Someone said it was close to 15. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But it was another record-breaking year.
It was, and the growth. And so this is my first year that I'm officially a part of it, right? So I was brought in as the marketing director, and they gave me the responsibility to just take that role on, which is a blessing, right? To be a part of something so massive.
Yes.
But I've known most of the board members, and Natalie, this was our first year that we met as well, so we bonded immediately like family. And that's the beauty of it, right? So behind the scenes, you have this little family that's just coming together as often as possible to put such a grand idea together, and not only to make it happen every year, but to really focus about what the mission is, right, and why we do this, and why it's so important that we continue to do it moving forward, right? So being a part of this is life-changing, at least for me.
Yes.
So I'm very, very thankful and grateful.
And you're so passionate about it as well, because I feel like I've known you for a very long time.
Same.
And Professor Hayes is the one that directed me to you.
Okay.
Yes, and she, oh my gosh, me and her, we go way back. I've been to some of her parties. So when I went last year, it was my first time going to the Tri-City Latino Festival. And I'm sharing this because it is an experience. You have to go and have this experience. If you've never had it, I promise you, it is life-changing. It was so much love. It was various cultures. I saw food I've never even heard of.
Good.
I taste food that was so delicious, and it was just like a family reunion.
Yes.
It's like, where you been all my life? It's like dancing. We danced with each other. I mean, it was just so much. This year, the photos that I've seen online, you had a variety of DJs.
We did.
And the live performance that I saw, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. At night, it is like a live concert.
It is.
It definitely became that. And like we were discussing before, it's when the doors open and immediately flooded, right?
Oh yeah.
And so we were already anticipating, or really at that moment you just say, okay, this is working. This is going to be great. But then as the day goes on, you still see the same people walking around.
Wow.
Or maybe they're camped out in the shade and they're eating their food, or maybe they're dancing. And then as the night progresses, you still see the same people.
Wow.
And then in addition to more, right? So the sun's gone. It's time for the show. So more people start flocking in. And I haven't seen people like that in a festival in Columbus in a very long time, if ever, to be honest.
I've never seen an outdoor event like that. And it's held at the Columbus Civic Center. Has it always been there, or it just grew to that point?
It definitely grew to that point. And we really had like a small parking lot festival at one point, and then we needed a bigger stage. And there is very few places this festival can be logistics wise. The Civic Center has been so kind and generous with helping us organize it, and we have a great relationship with them. But I mean, at this point, I think we're kind of locked in that area just because it's so big and there's really nowhere else we can go.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly, because you've outgrown everywhere you started. Now, I love the fact where you say partnership, because I was looking at the banner. You have an extensive amount of partnership. Wow. God is
And this year
amazing.
was outrageous.
This year, next year, I know it's going to be crazier. We're going to have to get a bigger banner because, yeah, there might be one of them. We'll talk about that. We already got contacted by other businesses and people like, hey, we need to be a part of this. I think we've just reached a point where businesses know that if they want to get into the community, they need to be working with us.
Yes.
And so I'm very excited. There were some opportunities that have been put on the table for us, and there's now so much low-hanging fruit for us to gather up. And I think all those resources are just going to make next year so much better. So we have ideas to expand, improve, make this a better experience for everybody, vendors and all of our participants.
Yes.
And I'm very excited.
And one of the food trucks that we went to, I found out that he has his food trucks in certain parts of Columbus. I would not have never known it until I had went to that event. Now, when you mention about the entertainment, how do you go about getting this quality entertainment, this live entertainment? Because when I saw it online and when I was there, I was like, this is like being on a cruise, but outside.
Yeah.
If you ever been on a cruise, you know how the live entertainment is.
Yes.
Well, that's the feel that it was. It was so excellent.
Nonstop.
Yeah, so we have Grammy award-winning acts that we have made connections with, and we have our board member Tito Aron. He's been responsible for that relationship. So, which is tasking, and he doesn't go into many of the details, but I can only imagine, and myself being a musician and in that world itself, I understand the challenges that one can face when doing that. So when you're talking these acts so far out in the year, you never know what really can happen, right? You can have changes last minute, such as the ones that we faced, and which is fine. Things happen, but these are challenges that he has taken on, and so but collectively as a board, we all work together and we all stay in the loop so that we know how to better prepare or maybe back each other up and learn for future instances. So,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So your board, do you have a board?
We do. We're an association.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tri-City,
cool.
Tri-City Latino Association.
Awesome. Awesome. So you're already thinking about next year.
Already.
Already thinking about next year, and it's the third Saturday of September each year.
That's right, each year. So 2020 lands on September 19th.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about this Tri-City Latino Festival, because you don't ever want to miss another one. And when we come back, you're going to find out a little bit more about all the diversity and all of that entails into this wonderful community event. It is a rainbow of love. And we're going to save a video for the end because, oh my God, Christian and his mother, they just rock the place. They rock the place. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose. You're watching it here on cable TV.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Find support for your strength. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community.
Welcome back. Thank you again for tuning in to today's show. We're having a great conversation. As I was talking to Christian and Natalie, we have a lot of Hispanics and Latinos in our community, in the whole Tri-City area. I will say my neighbor is Mexican, and having conversations with her, she wants to know, are there more of a support system for, their culture? Because sometimes people don't understand, various cultures, and that's why I say you have to go to be a part of something like this because it's an experience. So what would you say, or how would you direct people that are in that ethnicity that want to be a part of this and be, have a more of an outlet in direction within and be involved in something like this? Because there's a lot of, I've talked to a lot of people doing street talk and they just don't know where to go. And so, but you all are a voice.
We are.
You are a voice.
We are. And it's not just our neighbors here in Columbus and Phoenix City. It's also a lot to do with Fort Benning. So we get a lot of people from Central and South America that come here, and then they're just kind of in Fort Benning and doing their work, and they don't know how to come out into the community and experience what we have to offer and what we can build and give them. And there are a lot of things the Tri-City Latino Association would like to do outside of the festival. And it's going to require manpower and help. And I think the more people that have interest in the work we're doing, the more that we're going to be able to provide and get back to the community. So if you want to help, if you want to get involved, if you want to volunteer on the board or special programs and initiatives we would like to start, please reach us. And Christian, as being our media man, has all of the information as to how to contact us, because we need the help.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it really is to reach out to us via our board email, which is Tri-City Latino ASSOC. SOS, right?
And we'll make sure we have it on the screen.
At gmail.com. Or you can visit the Tri-City Latino Festival.com, or you can just reach us at our Facebook at Tri-City Latino Festival. And we pretty much are the only Tri-City Latino Festival.
Wow.
So,
and they respond in a timely manner. and I appreciate you for that, because, there are a lot of other in the community. I know on South Side Columbus too, because I've had an opportunity to speak with some over there. And Elizabeth Hayes, she she's a language interpreter for the city of Columbus. And I want to say she interprets like 14 languages, but she's been on the show before. And she was saying as well that they have voices, they want to be a part, the Latino community, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, but people don't know how to embrace. That's the conversation we had, because some people just don't know how to embrace what they don't know, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And I mean, just try to make it plain and simple. And we want people to, that's what I love about this, because this is so inclusive.
Yes.
This is so inclusive.
Absolutely.
And when I had an opportunity to be involved in it, and I said, Lord, this is the way you designed for it to be, because it was so lovable. I didn't even understand some of the languages that was said, but you know what? The one language we all understood was love.
That's it.
In unity.
That's right.
And we all celebrated. And I love that. And that's God's love. That's the love of God. And so I love the fact how you started out by saying that this vision was birthed out of passion. It was birthed out of love and passion. And it has been a vehicle, and still is, and God knows where it's going to go from here. And so one thing I want to share also with the Tri-City Latino Festival in your involvement in the community, you're focusing on unity, celebration, inclusion, and diversity. I've noticed that. Why is that so important? I mean, I know, just to talk about the diversity part, because I want to be able to be involved, because I'm telling you, it was a lovable experience for me. I was like, sister, where have you been? Brother, where have you been? You feeding me like this?
Yeah, it's like going to your aunt and uncle's house.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
And that's exactly the way it should be.
Exactly.
Right? It's a place that everyone can go and feel like you're a part of the family.
Yeah.
Right?
Family, that's it.
It's just a family experience. And the beautiful thing about it, with everything that you mentioned there's so many takeaways for every individual within our community, right? Just the simple fact, if you learn about the history of this festival, saying passion project just hits home for me because I have so many of my own. But it shows that with the right passion, the right love, the right people, the right persistence, all those important things, anything's possible.
Yes.
From taking it from a parking lot block party to a 10,000 person festival in 7 years is unheard of.
Yes.
Right? And so we take so much pride in not only the message that's behind what we stand for, but our drive and our dedication to the individuals. And of course, we're not out, and we know that you're not always going to make everybody happy. But at the end of the day, our mission is clear, and it is family. It's inclusivity. It's unity within the community. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has an opportunity to represent their culture, take pride in who they are. Yes, it's the Tri-City Latino Festival, but it's everybody's festival, right?
Yes,
Whether
absolutely.
you're Caucasian, African American, Native American, this is your opportunity to really celebrate every bit, because we're all the same.
Absolutely.
We're all one person, right?
Exactly,
so,
yes.
It's a celebration of humanity.
Yes,
so
yes.
we take.
You get me teary.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
And this is truly how I feel about it, right? So it's
I feel the same.
When you have that as your foundation, it makes it really easy to do this every day. And we work every day. That's no exaggeration. We're working 24/7 on these things, back and forth, whether it's group chat or emails or reaching out to the community or talking to other board members. I mean, it's always a constant thing. Me, for the marketing side of it, I'm behind the computer 24/7.
Absolutely.
Right? But it's something that needs to happen when you're trying to make this into we don't know what this is going to look like in even 5 years and 3 years, right? 2020 is going to be huge, but let's talk about the 10-year anniversary. That's,
Wow.
we just have no idea.
Wow.
But to know that it's going to continue to grow,
Yes.
and it still impacts everyone in our areas. And we have people from Birmingham, Montgomery, Atlanta, I mean, you name it. This is why it's so big. It's because we reach out that far as well.
And I'm so glad you shared that, because I imagine people come from various places, states, and
Absolutely.
all over to come here, and that says a lot. Coming here to Columbus, Georgia.
That's it.
But for the Tri-City Festival, Latino Festival, our festival, a community festival. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And being at the Civic Center too, it's almost like hosting it at the heart of the three cities, right? It's right in the middle.
That's good. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so we have Winsec and Fort Benning come in, and then of course Columbus is hosting it, but we also have our Phoenix City family. And so everybody has an opportunity on
Wow.
the Chattahoochee Valley just to represent.
Wow. I love the fact that you shared for the community to realize and see that when you see this huge event, the third Saturday of September, they have been working all year, every day, and I love that.
day.
You're constantly in communication with the next thing and how to bring us all together. I love that, and I commend you all.
Thank you.
Because you are real soldiers. You don't have, you really are. You are real soldiers. I will say this because we've had a conversation off air. You're real soldiers in the army of the Lord.
Amen.
I must add that.
Thank you.
And I appreciate that. Next year, 2020, I know it's going to be bigger. What would you like to share with the community about coming out for next year? I mean, I want people to get ready that have never had this experience. You got to wait until 2020 to hear who's coming.
Absolutely.
But,
Right.
just wanted to invite the community because this is something you all work on day by day, each week. And I just want them to come out and to have a part of it.
Absolutely. And for next year, we talked about doing it this year. Maybe me saying it now might speak it into existence as well.
I'm with you.
In terms of this festival, the two things we really try to do is celebrate and to educate. And so our celebrations, I mean, we're going to be on track to be able to provide some great entertainment for the festival. But also in terms of educating the community, we're hoping to actually provide a resource center for the community, and we didn't really have the money and the logistics in place to do it this year, but next year we're hoping we're going to be able to provide a space for any Spanish-speaking service or individual in the community to come to set up a booth and provide information to all these people that come, so they know what resources are out there for them to help them acclimate into the community, to give them help. And it was something I really wanted to do this year, and I was sad we couldn't make it work, but I'm hoping to speak this into existence.
We're speaking it and touching it.
It's gonna
And
happen.
someone is watching. If you have the resources, bring it on, because they need that.
Yeah.
We all need that.
Yeah. We all
A resource center.
That
Oh
would
my
just be a
gosh.
great piece
Yes.
in this, because we provide all this education about these countries to the Tri-City area, but it would also be it would be nice to provide the information about what's going on in the Tri-City area that can provide resources to these
Absolutely.
participants.
I love
So
it.
that's what
I
I'm hoping.
love it. Well, I want you to share contacts numbers, or the contacts again, for people to reach out to you all and want to be a part, want to donate, want to provide resources, wanted to be a partner. The Latino Festival is the voice of the community. And I appreciate you guys so much.
No, we appreciate
And
you.
we're going to let you share that information. Then we're going to close out with this wonderful video
Oh gosh.
with Christian and his mother.
Absolutely. So you can, again, just reach out to us through Tri-City Latino Asos at gmail.com or TricityLatinoFestival.com or our Facebook, Tri-City Latino Festival.
Awesome, awesome. So I've seen a dancing sensation couple, well, mother and son, on social media, and I thought it was just so heartwarming. And it was Christian. Tell us about that moment before we go into this video.
So I didn't even know what really was going on, because my mom and I were dancing, and one of my best friends was there, and he said, "Hey, let me see your phone for a second." I didn't know why. So he gets in my phone and he just starts recording this moment. But it was very, very, very special. My mom doesn't tend to get out very much, so for us to share this and for her to see what we all put together for this festival too was pretty amazing. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to share that.
Wow. And see, that's the effect of it. It's liberating.
That's it.
It's liberating. And even though mom don't get out a lot, but she felt the love.
She did.
And they were going. It was wonderful.
She loved every bit of it.
Well, we thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you
so
so
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. I'm going to actually let you close out, and if you can say it in Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, and sharing the information as well in Spanish.
All right. Bueno, para cualquier que quieren contactar nosotros para el Tri-City Latino Festival, por favor manda mensajes a tricitylatinoasos@gmail.com o visitar el website tricitylatinofestival.com or visitar Facebook at Tri-City Latino Festival.
Wow. Thank you so much for you all, and God bless you.
Same to you.
Again, support the Tri-City Latino Festival. Go and support them, provide resources. They are the voice of our community. Thank you for tuning in to Street Talk. Remember, life is all about what you make it. That what you put out, it will come back. You've been watching Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on Cable TV.